task you should think of is Gary Kirsten, the coach of India. You know, what a way for him to leave his team.
Absolutely magnificent. Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup.
Very good for Sri Lankan cricket, but also very disappointing that twice in 2007 and now in 2011 we haven't been able to convert getting into the finals, into being the champions. You know, it means that we are playing good cricket. We are competing with the best sides in the world, both at home and away. We made the finals in the 2009 T20 as well. So everything's going really well for Sri Lanka, but we need to convert that, you know, getting to those stages into making them count as being champions. 275 was a fantastic score. When we started the match, if we had been offered 275 at the start of the game, we would have taken it, but we got there mainly because of Mahela Jayawardene's brilliant 100. It's one of the best innings I've seen. Having got there and then taken the wickets of Sachin and Sehwag, unfortunately we didn't manage to keep the pressure up and bowl enough balls in the right areas to keep that pressure up. And they batted really well. I think Gautam Gambhir and Virat Kohli in that partnership, and then Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the batting really took it away from us.
How well the Indian fast bowlers in fact kept a tight leash on our opening pair right up until the 15th over. Of course, unfortunately, Pultaranga was dismissed, caught brilliantly by Sehwag for a very good delivery that actually swung away from him at the very last moment. That was a brilliant delivery, of course. But after that, Sangakkara, together with Dilshan and, of course, Mahela Jayawardene, did wonders, isn't it? And lots of cricket fans whom I spoke to while I was in India felt that the 103 scored by Mahela Jayawardene was best of its kind. He was absolutely in fantastic form. He won a lot of accolades from many a cricket lover, from experts. So I think Sri Lanka had 274, an excellent total, taking into account the start that we got, where we were really held back quite a bit by some brilliant bowling by the Indians and, of course, some top fielding. As far as the run chase was concerned, well, Sri Lanka got the Indians on the back foot once they dismissed Sehwag and Sachin Tendulkar. But having said that, I think all credit must go to India. They batted brilliantly. The Sri Lankans tried very hard. I mean, we were not short of trying very hard, but especially in a big final, I mean, to err is human, that's for sure. We sort of had a few opportunities, but those were very difficult opportunities. They say those half chances must be taken, especially when you're playing against a top side like India. I mean, their batting is the strongest in the world, and many seem to think this has been the strongest Indian batting lineup ever. But having said all that, I think we gave it our best shot, isn't it? I think credit must go to Kumar Sangakkara, the way he handled the team, the way he got the boys together. He is one of the finest captains I think we have produced in recent times. He had a lot of support from all the senior players. That's because of his very, very good way, his attitude towards the rest of the seniors and the juniors. I think we gave it our best shot. Remember that we lost it in 48.2 overs. India won the game with 1.4 overs to spare. I mean, a wicket somewhere in between. Let's say if we had the opportunity of grabbing, let's say, Gambhir for that matter, I think India would have struggled. But all in all, it was a fitting final. The two best teams that took part in this year's World Cup richly deserve to be out there at the Wankhede Stadium. Had an injury problem as far as Angelo Matthews was concerned, so we had to decide, okay, what's the combination we are going to play? Basically, having a look at that pitch, we knew that the spinners might not be too effective. Spinners in the caliber of Rangana Herath, or that matter, Ajantha Mendis, and the Indians, remember, are very good players of spin bowling. So we basically, they felt that having two off spinners would have been the best option, because even though Rangana Herath, even though Ajantha Suraj Randev is an off spinner, he's very, very different to what Murali dishes out, and also he's a very good fielder and an excellent bowler. So that was a bit of a tricky situation we had, because the combination, when you go with India, you have to be very careful what sort of combination you give. The pitch did not suit a bowler like Ajantha Mendis, I reckon, and Kapu Gedara was hitting the ball very well during the practices, and they just thought they'll give Kapu an opportunity to clear the infield. But unfortunately, like in cricket, things happen. He was dismissed earlier. Yeah, 4 changes, but it's just that I think those 4 changes, to be very, very honest, it was a fair addition by the think tank.